Hello everyone, you're very welcome to the Food, Nutrition and Dietetics presentation, which will cover the courses that we deliver on the Coleraine campus of Ulster University. My name is Kevin Logue, I'm the course director for the BSc Honours Dietetics Program, and I'll be delivering the presentation today. So at Coleraine, we have 3 undergraduate degree programs in Food, Nutrition and Dietetics. These are BSc Honours Food and Nutrition with placement year, BSc Honours Human Nutrition with placement year, and BSc Honours Dietetics. This also has a placement element, which you'll hear a wee bit more about as we go through the presentation. So as previously mentioned, our programs are delivered on the Coleraine campus. The Coleraine campus is situated just outside the town of Coleraine, close to the north coast of Northern Ireland. And the campus itself is very beautiful. The surrounds of the buildings are very nice. And also we have, in terms of facilities, modern teaching facilities. We also have other facilities such as the Riverside Theatre, as well as a state-of-the-art sports complex, which caters for a range of different sports. In terms of the location itself, the Coleraine campus is very close to the north coast. And for those people who love spending time outdoors, for example, undertaking water sports, going for walking trails, hikes, and so on, will love staying and studying on the Coleraine campus. It also has world-renowned tourist attractions. An example would be the Giant's Causeway. So there's lots to see, and if you decide to study with us, it's something that I'm sure you'll enjoy outside of your time studying within the university. In terms of what we'll cover today in this presentation, I'll go through what courses we deliver at Ulster in a little more detail than what I've talked about just yet. I'll also then talk about why we feel that you should study food, nutrition and dietetics at Ulster. You'll hear a wee bit from our students as well in relation to quotes or statements that they have made in support of studying at Ulster. We'll talk a wee bit about what you'll learn, how we deliver the teaching material, as well as how we support you. So we take a very personal approach with our students in terms of supporting them and getting to know them in a collaborative sense. And you'll hear a wee bit about what our students think about studying food, nutrition and dietetics at Ulster as well. And most importantly, I suppose, thinking in the longer term, I'll go over some of the potential careers opportunities that you'll have available to you after graduating from our program. So as I said before, we have 3 food, nutrition and dietetics degree courses at Ulster. I'll just go through these. All our courses are accredited by the relevant bodies, and this is very important in terms of, quality assuring the courses. So when you're choosing what to study, it's really important in a general sense to be aware of whether the course is accredited and by whom. So all our courses are accredited, which should give you some assurance that they're of a sufficient quality that will allow you then to go and be competitive in the jobs market after you leave. So the Human Nutrition degree program is accredited by the Association for Nutritionists. The Food Nutrition program is also accredited by the AFST, and the Dietetics program is accredited by the British Dietetic Association. Some of the career opportunities that you'll see on the screen here from graduating, those who graduate with a Human Nutrition degree may go on to work as a registered nutritionist, which would be an individual working with people and groups of people in order to promote health and well-being for individuals as well as groups in the workplace and so on. Other potential career opportunities, for example, would be a health improvement practitioner, health promotion manager, working in science, in research, for example, going into industry to work as a quality manager, or indeed go on to specialise and work in sports nutrition. The food and nutrition program would be geared more towards the food manufacturing side of the spectrum in relation to food and nutrition. So our graduates have gone on to work as food technicians or technologists, product development, They've gone on to work in research or in education, for example. So there's lots of career opportunities from that program as well. Dietetics itself is primarily geared towards clinical nutrition and working with individuals and groups who may be at risk or indeed who may be unwell and require some form of nutrition support. So our graduates will go on, they work in the work as community dietitians, for example, within GP surgeries, and visiting individuals at home to help them optimize their nutritional status. Some of our students will go on to work within a hospital, for example, working on the wards as part of multidisciplinary teams. They care for individuals who are acutely unwell. Some of our students have also gone on to work as research dietitians or indeed gone on to work in health promotion as well. So you'll see from the slide here that there are many, many opportunities from uh, uh, undertaking our degrees, and it will really be up to yourself in terms of what your career aspirations are. That will help determine what course is the best fit for you. You can follow our activities within the university uh, on social media. So the Nutrition Innovation Centre for Food and Health is where our academic staff are based, and we have several social media channels which you can follow. So we've got niche_Ulster in Twitter. We're also on Instagram at niche_Ulster, and we're also on Facebook. You can see Niche Nutrition at Ulster University. And what you can do is you can follow us, have a look at what our current students are doing, as well as having a better idea of the research that we undertake at the Korean campus. So the course directors of our programs are Dr. Catherine Hughes, who directs the Food and Nutrition degree, Pauline Douglas, who is course director for the Human Nutrition degree, and myself for the Dietetics degree. So why should you study at Ulster? We pride ourselves in our teaching in that it is delivered by research active academic staff who are based in the Nutrition Innovation Centre for Food and Health. This is a world-renowned research centre in nutrition. It's one of the biggest in Europe, and we have some world-renowned academics who help deliver our programs. And we bring that evidence that we generate as part of our research into the classroom and use that to inform our teaching. So what you're learning in relation to nutrition at Ulster is the latest knowledge and techniques in relation to the relationship between food, nutrition, and health. We have close relationships with employers, which we value greatly, and we have a range of industry-sponsored prizes and placements and internships, which you can engage with at various stages within the course. As I said before, all our courses are accredited, and we have excellent figures in relation to the employment opportunities following graduation. So the vast majority of our students, or graduates I should say, will be either in employment or in further studies within 15 months of graduation. In terms of what you'll learn, the BSc Honours Human Nutrition and BSc Honours Food and Nutrition courses are full-time degrees which are undertaken over 4 years on the Korean campus. One of those years, third year, is a placement year, and you can either study locally or work locally with an employer, or you can go abroad. I'll talk a wee bit more about that in just a second. But to give you an idea of the story of our courses, in first year, what we aim to do is help you build a strong foundation of by studying the fundamental sciences, for example, chemistry, biology, anatomy, physiology, biochemistry. And the aim of first year really is to give you that strong foundation that you can build upon with the nutrition science. In second year then, we introduce a nutrition module, so you'll start to learn about nutrition and why it's important throughout the life cycle. You'll learn how to assess an individual or groups of individuals in relation to nutritional status. And you'll also do some specific modules depending on your course. You'll have a choice of modules that you can do, for example, food science or business and marketing. What we also do in second year is prepare you for your placement. in the human nutrition and food and nutrition courses. And there is a specific module that is undertaken to help you enhance your employability skills. For example, develop your CV, improve your online profile, and basically give you the knowledge that will allow you to be competitive for going for the placement opportunities. In third year, you'll undertake up to a 1 year placement or study abroad. So to give you an example of some of the placements that are available, you can work locally, for example, in local charities or indeed within local food manufacturers or indeed undertaker placement within the university. But some of our students have gone on to the USA or Australia or Europe to work with academic partners or indeed employers, such as Nestle, for example, um, to undertake their placement, which has been an extremely valued experience. And what this does is help you in the long term enhance your employability after graduating. In final year, you'll bring together your experience on your placement as well as the knowledge that you have gained in the first 2 years of study to undertake specialist and demanding but enjoyable nutrition modules in final year. And these modules are very enjoyable because you're bringing everything together in relation to what you studied up to that date. You'll also get the opportunity to undertake a final year research project, and you'll do that alongside one of our research active academic members of staff. So they'll supervise you through the research project, which is again a very valuable experience. In terms of the dietetics program, this is, like the others, this is a 4 year course which is undertaken on a full-time basis. It's structured slightly differently, so I'll just go through that to give you an idea of what that involves. In first year, it's similar to the other courses in terms of building a strong foundation um, to give you that knowledge in the basic sciences. Second year, then again, we introduce the nutrition modules, so nutrition through the life cycle, so at different stages of life. We have different nutritional needs, so you'll learn about that. You'll learn how to assess individuals from a nutrition standpoint, and then we'll start to get you prepared for your placement as well. You'll undertake a specific dietetics professional practice module where you'll learn some really important aspects of working as a dietitian. In third year, this is where it's different to the other courses. In third year, you'll undertake your final year of academic modules. So clinical nutrition, you'll do your final year project in third year. And after successful completion of all the modules, then you will go and do your placement, which we call a practice-based learning experience within an approved healthcare setting in one of the health trusts in Northern Ireland. So you'll get the opportunity to work alongside uh, dietetic experts within the field of clinical nutrition, and they're working in the community sector or indeed in the acute setting. There is a slight change to the application process for dietetics. In the past, we had what was called the HitchPAT, which was an aptitude test, which was undertaken at one of the several centres across Northern Ireland. This has now been replaced by an interview, and as part of the selection method, then applicants are required to undertake, go through an interview process, and information about that then is released in due course, and they'll happen after the January deadline, which is the application deadline for UCAS. In terms of how you'll be taught, we pride ourselves in our innovative, interactive, and evidence-based approach to teaching on our courses. How the course looks from a practical standpoint. Typically, you'll be on campus in a face-to-face context, so in the classroom or in labs, around 20 to 25 hours per week. This can vary across the course, but on average, it'll be between 20 and 25 hours of class time. The classes will look like lectures, so they could be in large rooms or in smaller classroom settings. They could also be practical sessions, so that might be in the labs, for example. Um, Seminars as well. We run seminars that supports the lecture sessions, and then we also run some catering classes. So you might spend some time in the cooking kitchens, preparing meals and putting into practice essentially the theory that you'll have learned in the classroom. We adopt a blended learning approach. So the pattern of how we deliver our sessions will usually be a combination of face-to-face, online, but also you'll have the classroom setting, and you're expected then to go and work independently to build upon the learning that you get within the classroom and really deepen your understanding of the topic. In order to allow you to work independently, we've got personal study support, so you'll have the virtual learning environment called Blackboard. There are also excellent library resources available to you, so you have the latest information and evidence available to you so that you can be as knowledgeable about the topic as you can be. In terms of the type of work that you'll undertake, the assessments will be done through sessional examinations, which happen in January and May in each academic year. But you'll also do some coursework, which might involve group work or independent work. The type of coursework that you'll have to undertake will include writing scientific reports, doing presentations, as well as class tests. So the teaching team at Ulster, we've got a relatively large teaching team at Ulster in terms of nutrition as well as the wider biosciences. And as a team, we aim to be friendly and approachable to our students and build that collaborative and personal relationship with the students going through the course. So we're there to support you, and if you engage with the course in a positive and constructive manner, then we'll be there to meet you as well and take you through that. Each class is designated a specific gear tutor to support the class where any issues can be raised, and that can be done on a periodic basis. You'll also be supported in your final year research project as you'll be supervised by an academic member of staff. As I talked about before, we've got a quality virtual learning environment where you can get access to your module materials. You can also interact with fellow students as well as interact with the academic members of staff. We have first-class library resources and excellent staff available to support you through your studies and signpost you to relevant and reliable information that will allow you to deepen your understanding of the topic that you're studying. We also have personal and professional development sessions built into the degree, and these are delivered by colleagues in employability, and this will help you become competitive on the jobs market after graduating, as well as help you prepare for placement. And we've got a wide range of supportive services available for students, so they cater for a range of needs. So you're made aware of these whenever you join. So in terms of what our students say, you know, they give you a wee bit of an idea of why they chose to study food, nutrition and dietetics at Ulster. And some of this might resonate with you as well, albeit there will be a range of reasons why you're thinking about studying nutrition with us. But Lauren McCaw, who was a year 4 student, talked about being interested in cooking and her family being foodies, and it seemed just like the natural choice. So what our courses do is if you've got a natural interest in food and nutrition and how that might impact on health, or indeed you've got some ideas of how you might want to develop or aspirations to develop your own products or to be involved in that process, then what we do is give you the theory and teach you the theory and support you in applying that theory and building up your skills that will allow you to bring that to fruition in terms of you know, pursuing career opportunities. In terms of when students joined, Jessica McComb, who was a year 2 student at the time of providing this quotation, um, did acknowledge that it is a big step. So we're very much aware that going to university is a big step from where you've been before. But what we do is we try and support you um, from the get-go, encourage you to meet new people. And in Jessica's case, she found that after the first few weeks, you really settle. So we do provide that supportive environment to try and help you settle into the campus and into this new stage of your academic career. And we do our best to support you in that regard. In terms of what they enjoyed most about, Jessica again talked about the specific modules. So as I said before, if you've got that interest in nutrition, then this course will really tick all the boxes in terms of study. So it'll not seem like work essentially. We do have some fundamental sciences that we deliver in first year. For example, Jessica talked about not having done chemistry at A level. but it turned out to be her favourite module. And we've got excellent support available from our module teaching teams who are very accessible, and all you need to do is ask if you need any help in relation to those. And Jessica also enjoyed the nutrition focused modules as well. So fortunately, it seems like we're coming off the back of what has been a challenging couple of years for everyone in society, including us at the university. And I think it's worthwhile highlighting how we reacted to the COVID pandemic. And Aveline O'Neill, who is one of our year 3 dietetics students, talked about having to study from her bedroom. And she found that it was okay, but the staff were so approachable and helpful, which is what we aim to do, to be there to support you. Um, Aveline did not feel like the COVID pandemic had a significant adverse effect on her education. The placement experience is something that we really value at Coleraine. We think it provides you with an experience that will really put you in a good position to be competitive, as well as help you build your confidence and grow as a person, as well as deepen your understanding of nutrition. And Maeve Lee, who completed her placement in the south of Ireland with Ornua, says, I completed my placement with Ornua in Dublin and loved it. My role was to help export dairy products to the Middle East and China. I learned some really important skills during my placement, and that will help me going for jobs. Bethany Duffy, who is a recent graduate from the BSc Honours Dietetics, worked in the Royal Victoria Hospital, and she says it was really a challenging but also enjoyable, as I got the opportunity to put theory into practice, caring for patients living with different conditions. In terms of what happens afterwards then, and the career opportunities, Lauren McCaw has uh, testified to the value of the placement experience. So she said, placement completely changed what I want to do. I have managed to secure a graduate opportunity in the Belfast Trust. The university's careers department are fantastic for ideas and supporting preparation. So if you think about the story of our programs, what we do from first year is help you build that strong foundation in the fundamental sciences. We introduce the nutrition sciences and really help you deepen your understanding of the topic through a blended learning approach. We also have our eye on the employability element of it, and we try and support you as much as we can through that to help you prepare for placement, but also help you become as competitive as you can be on the market. And then we provide you with placement opportunities that actually helps you figure out what you want to do, as well as gain that valuable experience out in the workplace. And then when you come back to us in final year, then you get to undertake some independent and specialist work that will help you apply what you have learned in previous years. So in terms of the employability element, which is something that we really value, employers want graduates who have completed courses that are accredited uh, uh, and recognized for being high quality qualifications. They also want people who have had practical experience, and we provide you with that through the placement. Employers tend to want problem solvers, people who can uh, help solve complex problems and translate scientific information into effective practice. And we embed that as a key component of all our courses. We give you the opportunity to work as a leader, as well as to work effectively as part of a team throughout the course, through your assessments and through your collaborative work and your placement period. And it's really important then to be able to articulate and communicate your ideas to a range of audiences. And at various stages within the course, we try and help you develop these skills. Indeed, we have support from employers in terms of, they feed into how our courses are delivered. They help contribute to our courses at times. And two specific employers here have talked about how the nutrition graduates at Ulster have a comprehensive range of skills that put them in an excellent position to compete for high-level positions in the workplace. Polly Mulholland, who's a lead dietitian in the Southeastern Trust, talked about food and nutrition graduates from Ulster having excellent skills and abilities to work in the Northern Ireland Health and Social Care Services. So we have been endorsed by our employers who are actively involved in the delivery of our courses. Indeed, the evidence to support that statement, you can see on the screen here. Some of our graduates have gone on to work in various settings, both locally and internationally. And as I said before, depending on what your career aspirations are, will determine what course you want to study. And constructive and positive engagement with our courses will open up excellent career opportunities for you in the longer term. So that is the presentation of our course complete. What I have put in to this presentation is some summary slides, which will capture key information on each of our courses. So I will keep up each slide for a second. You can hit pause on the video and read through each slide, as well as potentially use the QR code to get some information on entry requirements. So this slide will give you information on the food and nutrition program. This slide will give you information on the human nutrition program, so just remember that you can press pause and read through this in your own time. And the dietetics program. So if you want to find out a bit more about our courses, you'll find contact details for the course directors or colleagues within admissions on the university website. So feel free to go on to the university website, explore the information that's on there, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give us a shout. So depending on what course you're interested in, just drop us an email and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you for your time, everyone.